You know, I used to be a pianist.
You know exactly what that sounded like.
Yeah. What
And
is?
Yes, you used to be that as well.
Thank you,
And still are.
Thank you. What's going on, Crypto Familia? Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday, and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your hosts, David, and we are coming at you from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with another one of our daily, only on the weekdays live shows. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer: nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice, so please use Google. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do videos like we put up yesterday. So you're going to see a lot more afternoon uploads here. We're going to try to do one each and every weekday, as well as covering local events here in Las Vegas, like the NFT and Metaverse Convention here in Las Vegas this weekend, with a lot of familiar streamers and content creators here in town as well. So be ready for some collaborations, because they're in the pipelines.
They're in the pipes.
Now, if you haven't done this yet, hit the like button.
Do it.
Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's get some people in here. Also, if you could just be active in the chat. And if you're active in the chat, YouTube says, hey, what's going on over there? And they send people our way. And then we're going to set the chat. We're going to set the club limit at 65. It's been quite some time since we opened up the club. When's the last time we opened the club? Like 2 weeks ago?
Long time
It's been
ago.
a minute.
Long time ago.
And so we need to get people in here.
I've been practicing my dance moves, guys, all right? Just to let you know. So if you want to see them, let's bring more people in here.
That's the next video for member only.
Yes. It's
David salsa.
David
salsa
taking
classes.
ballroom dance lessons.
Yes.
So,
No. Okay. I'm gonna switch to Rob.
There you go.
yeah, thank you.
Good call, Robert. Rocco.
So it's gonna jump right into the roll call. So
Wait,
what's up?
let me do my thing first.
What is it?
Okay, go ahead. I'll do
All
my
right,
thing after.
roll call.
Go
Roll
ahead.
call. So first in the chat today, Moby Sage. Congratulations, you have won, and a round of applause. Congratulations. You should be so proud of yourself. Now, Broke Yoshi up in here. We got Why You Loud, Gang, Tox, Marky Mark, Hadir, Big Chili Willie. And then we got Jimmy, Mervin, HP, Peter K, Servando, Hindi, R.A. Daniel, Fino, Bullish Kenny G, and then we got Destroyer, Crawler, and I think that rounds it up.
The Crawler Destroyer.
Crawler Destroyer.
That would have been cool if you said it that way.
And I saw that Bullish Kenny G joined our Discord.
He did.
Yeah, he was having some complications.
Guys,
He's in
Rocco and I were in the Discord last night. It was so make sure you go join. Also, it is a community ran Discord. Marky Mark is the head communications Discord officer. That's a role.
And we also got Big Swole in here too.
Big Swole. I don't like Big Swole.
You don't like Big Swole?
Nah. He said Apple Maps, bro.
Apple Maps.
He just attacked me.
Did he?
Why are you attacking me, Swole? You're probably swoller than I am, but still, man, it's not nice. Google Maps is the way to go, right, Rocco? That's right, because you have a Google phone. Anyways, if you're watching us after the fact, we will have timestamps provided so you can navigate freely, but we do recommend watching from beginning to end so you don't miss on any special tidbits like this one. So yesterday, Rocco, pull up my laptop. So yesterday, I was on Twitter, and this is Shibatoshi Nakamoto. This is Billy Marcus, who is the creator and founder of Doge. So he tweeted this, and I forgot how amusing this app was. And, you know, it's a face swap app. So he says Elon Musk as a lady. This is Jeff Bezos, kind of a hottie. Bill Gates. And then we have the Zuck. All right, hold on, it gets better.
Where are we going?
Vitalia Buterin.
Vitalia Buterin.
Beautiful. Look at that. And here's some more pictures. So I decided, I said, you know what? Nobody do our boy Gary Gensler, but don't worry, I got us covered. So this is Gary Gensler if he was a lady. Are those acrylic nails on there? Pretty funny. But
Gary cleans up real nice, man. Gary cleans up real nice.
you know what? And then I was like, wait, I found this picture too. And who is that? Oh, damn. I forgot meeting her. What was her name again? Can't remember. But
That's nice.
anyways.
Nice pearly whites.
Roberta.
Robinetta. Guys, so just something fun I figured I'd share with you guys. So before we get into the content. So speaking of content, Robin.
Then also we missed Yazin, Terry, Redman, and we got Delma. Delma's been here before, right? Yeah. Yeah. So anyways.
Della. Like delegate? Delma, no.
No?
Has Delma?
Delma. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
You know what Delma reminds me of? Dolma. And Dolma is one of my favorite foods. You know, those,
I think you had this exact conversation.
Did
Because
I?
then I said Thelma, and then you were talking about Scooby-Doo, and then I said you look like Shaggy.
and I said yes. And then we said, who would you rather date, Velma or Daphne? Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yes.
Like a butterfly effect, guys.
The butterfly effect? What is that?
You never watched that movie? Okay.
Is it about butterflies?
No, absolutely not.
Big Swole, I'm just kidding, my friend. I'm just giving you a hard time. You're good, man. You're good. We're okay with disagreeing on this channel. So if you disagree with something we say, as long as you're respectful, we don't care. Good morning, gentlemen. Let's effing go. Pump this up. Hex, Pulse. You know, Pulse, they're having, I believe it's PulseCon. My wife was like, hey, have you heard about this PulseCon? And I'm like, no, I haven't. So I'm pretty sure that's Hex and Richard Hart.
Yeah, it is. That's where you sacrificed Ethereum. Just basically burned Ethereum. It was like a clever way of getting tokens, buying tokens. So,
what are you trying to say?
They just put a new twist on a ICO. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Instead of buying your ICO tokens with Ethereum, the date that the ICO goes live, you burned it, and they were supposed to airdrop you a certain amount on the back end. So you just had to have trust in the system. Instead of buying the tokens outright when it was available. So
Richard Hart is a very polarizing figure. I feel like people either love him or hate him.
Can we get him on the show?
You want to get him on the show?
Yeah, let's get him on the show.
I'm
Richard
sure,
Hart, if you're watching,
I'm sure he'll have some good content for us.
Get you in here, man. You come hang out with us here in studio, or we'll patch you in.
Yeah. All right. Robin,
¿Qué pasa?
Market Watch.
All right. So taking a look at the markets, Bitcoin sitting at $21,646.83. So a lot of big news coming out on Friday. We got the Jerome Powell. We got Jerome Powell's live stream coming out. And so where I got this ad up here. All right. So Jerome Powell's live stream's coming out. It's not a Fed meeting, so it's not like he's going to announce interest rate hikes. But because there is no Fed meeting this month, everyone's kind of looking to see what Jerome Powell is going to say. And so for that reason, I think we're going to have stability in the markets for today and tomorrow. And then the markets will probably react onto every little detail that he says.
100% agree.
And so what is concerning, though, is that we've had a very strong labor market. And so people kind of like, oh, well, that's good. Well, technically. But if you have a strong labor market, that gives ammunition to the Fed to keep ratcheting up the interest rates. And so...
Isn't that what we need, though?
I'm just saying, for me discussing price of Bitcoin, and when you increase the interest rates and you basically slow down the economy, you're going to be taking money out of the investment portfolios across the board. And so if there's less profit, people are making less money, people are investing less money. That also includes Bitcoin. So there is a correlation there. That's why we keep a close eye on it. Now, also, we have the core inflation numbers come out on Friday as well. Curious to see what that looks like. Because if you take energy away, because energy took a big step back, And so if you take energy away, I don't think that the core inflation really went down, you know? Now, what you laughing at?
Red man is funny. Everyone's got a wrench by their name. Are you guys mechanics?
David is easily amused, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Now,
I love red man.
so taking a look at the broader markets, we have Ethereum at $1,670. So a little up from yesterday, not too much, 1.79%. We were as low as $1,500 a little over 24 hours ago. So we are consolidating. I'm curious to see when Bitcoin starts to rally again. If it does, let's just say Jerome Powell comes out with some bullish narrative and the stock market rallies, Bitcoin rallies. We see Bitcoin at 25,000. I just want to know, I wonder if Ethereum is going to outpace Bitcoin or if it's just going to kind of just hang out in the same trend line. So
there is a pattern on ETH I want to share. Rocco, if you want to swoop over to my laptop since we're talking about ETH. So this is the 4-hour chart on Ethereum. And we were in this ascending triangle, which, as you can see here, does break to the upside. Now, we saw a little fake out breakout here. This was August 23rd at about 4 p.m. Pacific time, or UTC, whatever the case may be. But what you like to see is a break above and a retest, build support on top of this line here, and then move back up. But we didn't. We broke right back inside of this formation. And here we are yet again. We are looking to test this trend line. If we test this 1648, if we test this number right here, whether it's this candle or the next candle, 1649, and we move to the upside, I would expect to see, if we take the width of this, I would expect to see at least a 5.5% move to the upside, which if we extrapolate that here, 5.5% move to the upside would put us right around $1,740. If I swoop over here to Crypto Stackers Pro, I am using the sunset levels. So I took the local high, which was printed on August 13th, right around $2,000. And I picked this low here, which was at $1,000 even. And you can see we saw perfect support at the 1-to-1 level. We are now seeing resistance at the 2-to-1 short level. A good area to scoop it up would be at this 2-to-1 level. We saw we wicked down here on the 25th of July. That would be $1,349. By the way, if you like charts, if you like simple charts, in and out, entry and exit positions in real time, not lagging, Crypto Stackers Pro is the way to go. There's a link in the description of this video. It is not an affiliate link. We do not make any money on it yet, but it's just a great resource for you guys to use. I use it all the time. So that's the key area we're looking at. I am looking at, are we going to retest and go, or are we going to retest and come back into this formation here? So yeah, that's what I got for ETH.
So Oops is in here. He says, did they say the ETH news? Was it bugs? The devs found. We will be covering all things ETH here very shortly as well. And what else do I got? So back to my laptop here, we have let's just take a quick look at the biggest gainers and losers for the last 24 hours. We got Cosmos up 10%. So the granddaddy OG Layer Zero network is rallying today. I don't think there's enough Cosmos love out there. All of the other platforms have, all the other Layer Zeros have had issues. So taking a quick look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a little bit more uncertainty. We went from about 28 to 25 today. I don't think we're going to get too much movement in this, but this has historically been a great time to dollar cost average when you are in extreme fear. So even though we have seen the teens, even though we've seen Bitcoin in the teens, we've seen the Fear and Greed Index in the teens, it is still a great value. And if you're trying to accumulate for the next bull run, what a great time to dollar cost average. You really, you can throw darts at the board here. And if you have about a 2 to 3 year time horizon, you pretty much can't miss if you're not, as long as you're in the top assets, say the top 20 on the market cap list. Taking a quick look at the crypto bubbles here. EOS down, but outside of that, everything else is in the green. And then taking a look at the weekly bubbles, still, if you zoom out a little bit, you'll see that we are in the red. So we've had one positive day. Atom up. So up for the week as well, even more so, up 14%. And then lastly, taking a look at the monthly bubbles, we have Atom up 40%, and EOS is still up 50% almost. So basically, a little retracement, a little pullback after all of its bullish run. And then lastly, let's take a quick look at the stock market. This is going to be very similar to the crypto market, where you have basically stagnation. People are waiting. They're curious, and they're just on pins and needles, waiting for Jerome Powell's press conference. But we are a little bit in the red. Just do keep in mind that about 2 days ago, we had a massive pullback when it came to the broader stocks. Dow Jones fell over 600 points. And then, did you hear the news, David? I have successfully played the game. All right. I stopped paying my student loans years ago. Like 3 years ago. You know, I think, as soon as Biden was getting in office and he was all this talks about student loan forgiveness, and I was like, man, I swear, if I pay back this student loan, because your boy went to culinary school. How you doing? So, and if I pay back the student loan and then they forgive everybody else that has debt. So anyways, I just kept pushing this thing back, and it paid off. I live here in Vegas. Every once in a while, your boy hit jackpot. So I have actually $23,000 of student loan debt. So thank you, Biden, for picking up my tab.
No, he's not picking up your tab. The taxpayers are picking up your tab, and I don't know if I'd be bragging about that, man.
All right, so Biden has canceled $10,000 in federal student loan debt for most borrowers. President Joe Biden announced that he will forgive $10,000 in federal student loan debt for borrowers, delivering financial relief to millions of Americans. Biden will also cancel up to $20,000 for recipients of the Pell Grant. If you're not familiar with the Pell Grant, it's basically
Pale Grant. Like if you're pale, you get it.
That's how you pronounce
Terrible.
it. So I actually have a Pell Grant as well.
It's a Pell Grant.
I remember the loan officer called it Pell Grant, and that's how he said it. So that's how I say it.
What does the Don say?
The Don says is great news.
Great news. Great news. Man of very few words.
There it is. Now, around 9 million borrowers could have their balances entirely cleared out. I am one of those 9 million.
So Robin, okay, there was okay, would you rather have them
and
give
then
you the option?
Also, real quick before we get into it, we also have a tweet from Biden. This is basically sums it up. So $20,000 if you have college Pell Grants, $10,000 if you didn't receive the Pell Grants. Forgiveness applies to those earning less than $125 or $125,000.
Is that do you know if that's per married couple or per individual?
I'm not sure.
It's got to be per individual.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because married couples don't take out student loans together. You don't go to college together. I mean, you can go to the same college.
I went to.
You gotta share a cab.
But student loans pause. So now, so they harped on the fact that this is going to be the last pause. So basically, since March of 2020, they paused all payments and didn't apply any interest for anybody borrowing money. That has been extended to the end of the year, and after that, it's over. You got to start paying. Now, payments are based on income as well. So your cap repayment is at 5% of your monthly income. And
Rocco, will you highlight what Talk said?
Yes.
Wait, I paid mine off, yet have to pay taxes to pay this off. That's a good point, man. Mm-hmm. What about the people that actually paid back what they were supposed to pay back because they borrowed money? They're just screwed.
You get a credit.
They should get something. And what I think they should have done, because not everyone takes student loan debts out. Not everyone goes to school for higher education. What they should have done is the consumer credit card debt in this country is barreling out of control. How about instead of canceling student loan debt, that no matter what happens, you're going to have to pay it back anyways, why don't you help people pay off some of their credit card debt if you're going to do this?
What are you talking about? These are federal loans. The last thing I want to do is for them to pay off
the federal government.
Citibank.
A bank still services the loan for the most part.
Yeah, but it's all by the government. Somebody else might issue it, like Navient. Navient is the big one, and then you also have there's a couple other ones. But anyways, these guys just basically represent the government, and so they're just a parent company that creates a website that you go in and out. But it's literally from the government. They print the money, they send it to that bank. So it is loans directly from the federal government that are getting paid back. So
What happened to?
now here's what I got to say. First of all, let's get some likes going on, and we haven't got any members lately, which is gracious. But what I say is that this is not a fix to anything. It legitimately is not. And if you think about what have they solved? They basically cleared out some debt. Now here's the thing. Let's be real. $10,000. I'm just saying, like, I'm not advocating for more, but what have you accomplished? Most student debt, most colleges and universities is $10,000 a year on average. And then so basically a 4-year college is $40,000. And it goes up from there. Obviously, you could go community college, but that's only for 2 years. But systemically, the problem is that these higher education systems are predatory. They're overinflated on the prices, and they're basically just price gouging the crap out of young Americans with this promise and this vision of go to college and be successful. It doesn't matter. Here's the premise. It doesn't matter if you don't know what the hell you want to do in life. You need college to succeed. And I think we've been so brainwashed. And I'm not saying there isn't value in college and higher education. There really is. However,
and it also depends on what you're trying to do.
It's not the path for everybody, man. And if you can self-educate, we have the World Wide Web, we have YouTube, you have Google. If you like, you can follow a different path. And this whole narrative that you have to go to college, even if you have no idea what you're going to do in life, you have no idea. You're just like, you have no, you know what I mean? Like, I think the better, in my opinion, the better blueprint
is to go out in the job,
go out in the graduate, go out in the job force, work for a couple years, see what, maybe work in the field that you're interested in. And so instead of, like, if you want to go into accounting and business management, maybe go get an accounting position, see if that's something you like, see if that's something you want to spend, $40,000 to $80,000 of your investment into progressing your education in that department. For me personally, when I went to culinary school, I worked in restaurants before I decided to go that route. And the dropout rate in culinary school was over 50%, over 50%. And a lot of, and I'm telling you, most of the people that dropped out were individuals that had not worked in the industry. They had made their little freaking lasagna or whatever it is, or casserole, and their family's like, yay, casserole. You should be a chef. You need to open up your own restaurant. And then they're like, yeah, you're right. And they got this little echo chamber of aunt and grandma and gam telling them to, like, go out and go start a restaurant, even though they've never actually worked it. Then they go to culinary school, and then they're like, this kind of sucks. Like, I got to work 10 hours. I can't make whatever food I want. I got to make what the instructor tells me, and it's got to be perfect. And whatever my personal feelings go, don't matter. And if I think it's not salty enough, but he tells me it is salty or it's over salty, whatever it is, you got disconnect, it doesn't matter. The instructor's right. And when you go in a restaurant, the head chef is right. And the head chef, corporate chef, is right. Or, simply as that, Yelp is right. You know what I mean? Like, you're working for other people the whole time. And so these people have, like, disillusions when it comes to their career paths, and basically that going into college fixes everything. So anyways, what I'm saying here, systemically, there's a problem at base level, because you're taught at an early age that you have to go to college and you have to accrue $100,000 worth of debt before you work your first job. And then that's the only path for success. And it's absolutely shameful. It is. Like, what the hell is wrong with going out and working a 9 to 5 for a couple years, going to community college, paying $5,000 to $6,000 a year in college, and then maybe after you get your associate's degree, go to a university if you feel like that career choice is advantageous to you. Anyways,
I want to add something else. And also, you decide to open your own restaurant, and you decide to use barbecue sauce, Doritos, and yogurt in anything, and you think this is the best things you ever made.
That's a
And then
great,
of
great
course,
restaurant idea. Great restaurant concept.
Just don't point it out to anybody.
Yeah. Doritos and yogurt as appetizer
And barbecue.
with barbecue pizza, barbecue Pringles,
Okay, I see how it is.
barbecue toothpaste,
Let's see how it is. All right, Rocco,
Barbecue gelato. Yes.
barbecue gelato.
that sounds disgusting. Pull up my laptop. Pull up my laptop.
What was it? Richard Hart was on this whole cheese thing too. Did you see that on?
Cheese? No. All right. Anyways, getting back into some macro and crypto, we have I have the commodities market pulled up here, just an overview, and these are live prices. You can see crude oil up 6.5% over the last week, 36% year over year, and then natural gas 138% year over year. So when you tell me inflation is only 8%, and you're telling me energy is a big part of it, well, guess what? Energy is up 138%. And you can't tell me, because natural gas affects every single thing in this country, in this world. That is how goods are transported. If gas is more expensive and these shipping companies have to pay for more gas, well, guess what? They're going to charge more for the food items because the seller is getting charged more for the goods, and they're going to pass that on to the consumer, which is you, which is me. So that is why you keep hearing these are not the correct inflation numbers. And here you have Exhibit A. You look at coal up 145%. Look at UK gas, 344% year over year. And then kind of on the bottom here, as far as gold, it is down 2.5% year over year, down 1% over the last week. So when you hear people like Peter Schiff on Twitter sit there and say, oh, Bitcoin's down, well, gold's down too, dude. And isn't gold supposed to be the inflation hedge? Why is it going down? Ask yourself that question.
Real quick shout out to Marky Mark. Dude just gifted 5 memberships to the community.
Damn!
Community loves you. We love you. And
that's awesome, man.
Also, Bullish Kenny G has passed the 4-month milestone. So gang to you, my dude.
BKG.
So yeah,
We
we do appreciate it. And once again, guys, we don't have any sponsored content here. We don't make any money advertising or shilling or whatever it is, but we do pay our lease payment and our incredibly expensive video camera production with the super chats and memberships. So we will give you guys a huge round of applause. Thank you for your guys. You literally fuel this production. Thank you.
Why we say we're a family, we're a community together. All right. There was one more thing I wanted to show. Rocco. So this is the Bitcoin SSR. This is the stablecoin supply ratio. So this essentially is a ratio between Bitcoin supply and the supply of stablecoins denoted in Bitcoin. So when the supply has more buying power, the SSR is low, and vice versa. And you can see here, for as long as this metric has been available, we are essentially at rock bottom. Dare I say it? Rock bottom. So there are tons of stable coins sitting on the sideline with buying power ready to jump in on Bitcoin. What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for the macro environment to clear up a little bit? Are they waiting for these midterm elections? Robin, what do you think they're waiting for? Do you think you got any thoughts on this? The money's there. The money's there. The buying power is there. What's the holdup? Is it macro? Is it midterms? Is it they just don't believe? I mean, what is it?
I don't know what it is, man.
I think
it's too difficult to understand where people's motives are when it comes to stable coins and buying and Bitcoin. So I don't know, man. I gotta think about it.
Does this tell you that more people are expecting another leg down to maybe the mid-teens?
I think the whales are. I mean, you got to think people's portfolios are down, and people are also scared when it comes to what's going to happen. So people are just sitting in stable coins. People are waiting for the pullback, which is astounding to me because everyone was FOMOing into Bitcoin when it was at 30,000 and above. And yet here we find ourselves, down 40% from the $30,000 mark. And yet nobody is pulling the trigger. Or, I'm not saying nobody, but the masses aren't pulling the trigger on Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was at 45,000, it was like everybody was like, oh my Lord, El Salvador, they're getting in, they're buying the dip. Michael Saylor was doing this thing. It was this pandemonium of people trying to get exposure for Bitcoin. So for me, I find it astounding that the smartest people out here in the whales are not diving into Bitcoin. And maybe it just maybe the reason is that it's a lack of investable capital on the side. People don't have the dry powder, or maybe they pull the trigger too early, or maybe they're just, going back to work and trying to pay back their credit cards, their student loans. And, back to student loans though. Back to just the student education. We saw that Redman said he's going to college for
criminal justice,
and Jason said he went to college for to be a barber. So not at all discounting the relevancy of college. Just all we're saying is that take a deep thought into your future. Make sure that before you throw $100K of debt onto your back, or $40K or whatever it is, before you take on all of that debt, make sure that is something that you want to actively pursue. Make sure you got conviction for that. And for the people that did go to college, I am extremely proud of my culinary arts degree, and I use it.
What Robin is saying, the whole rhetoric or the whole narrative of you have to go to college, you have to spend money. He's just saying, why don't you figure out what you like first? Because I don't know about you guys, when I went my first year and a half of college, I had zero clue what I wanted to do. And I would just take random classes and this and that. And then eventually you're like, well, shit, what am I doing here? I don't even know what I want to study. But I think what he's saying, he's not saying college is bad. He's just saying, hey, first figure out what you want and then go and get it. So which makes sense. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with Robin? Should you go to college and then figure out by taking classes, or should you go into the workforce and then go to college? And know exactly what you want.
Neither path is wrong. A lot of, I would say
one path will save you a lot of money and time.
But yeah, you're taking on undue risk no matter what, by going and just taking out massive debt for education. And for a lot of people, it plays out. They find something. They take a psychology course and they're like, you know what? I really, I never understood I never really grasped how deep psychology were, and I like helping other people and having people understand, trying to understand basically depression and all these other symptoms. And you could find a career that you had no idea you were interested in unless you went to college. So I mean, there's positives in both paths. But anyways, let's get back to crypto.
All right, Robin, you didn't show us the bubbles, man.
I did show you the bubbles.
You did? Was I not paying attention?
I showed daily, weekly, and monthly bubbles.
My man.
Where the hell were you at?
I'm sorry. All right, Rocco.
Yes.
You know what time it is, baby.
Pumpkin pie.
That's right. All right. So one of our community members mentioned this, and this one is going to be a web article, but the rest of them, something new we're doing. So Ethereum merge in trouble. Developers find bugs ahead of the planned update. While the upcoming ETH merge is one of the most anticipated events in the crypto community, at the moment, it is not free from hiccups. However, Ethereum developers are quick to respond to the issues that arise. Peter Zalagai, we'll just call him Peter. Peter, an Ethereum software developer, has announced on Twitter that they have found a regression that results in a corrupted state. He added that the issue of data loss happens on shutdown, and this is why their tests were unable to catch the bug. Despite the issues, the developers were able to provide a fix after 1 day. After the patch release, Peter advised the community to wait until the builders are finished to ensure that they will be on the, quote, good version. Now, Robin, is this concerning to you? Do you think they're going to have to push this thing back? Well, what are your thoughts?
Wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think so. I think that they're gonna still have their launch in September. I mean, it'd be kind of foolish to think you're not going to have a test net or multiple test nets and not have bugs arise. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world if they end up pushing it back. I mean, think about it. We've already waited, what was it, like 6 years? And if it's not ready, then so be it. I mean, it's not like it's going to pull us out of the bear market, although some people disagree. The ETH merge, basically very bullish for ETH. It's the next step in the evolution, but it's not the end all be all. And honestly, nothing really changes on the user end. So if it gets delayed, so what? If the delay means that there isn't some kind of catastrophic failure, then good.
Okay, Robin.
Because the last thing we want is a catastrophic failure after the merge.
That would bring the entire markets down.
Yeah.
Okay, but at what point is it like, all right, time to go?
I don't think there is. I don't think there is a point.
So there's no point.
If you change your base philosophy, and your base philosophy is, hey, we're gonna pick a date, and if it's not ready, we're gonna launch it. Like that's an absurd. That goes against what they've been doing. So why push it back for 6 years just to send out a broken system 2 months? 2 months earlier than you should have.
I agree, but at what point?
There's no point.
There's no point.
There's no point.
So
like, when it's ready, it's ready. Like,
so another
there's
five. Hold on. So you will never at any point question.
Nope.
What is no? So this thing could drag on for another 10 years, and we're talking about the merge.
Then if it drags on for 10 years, then you know what I say to that? I say that it was never ready. It was never gonna go. It was never going to evolve. It was a broken chain from the get-go, if that's the case. And if that's the case, I'd rather it go 10 years for them never to do it, just to simply say, hey, guys, we were just not able to do this. We got to scrap the whole plan, than to put out something that's broken. You're talking about something with over 100 and some change market cap. Let me see here. You're talking about
200 billion.
The 200 billion?
Close.
So yeah, actually, even $200 billion market cap. I mean, you're talking. We come on here, and I've heard you say multiple times, like these people lost their money, their life savings. These people are homeless. Like people literally have, and even myself, a lot of disposable income, a lot of their savings in Ethereum. And you know what? It's fine right now, and it works. And if you want to use it and you want to go buy NFT, you can. And the fact that like, hey, you need to launch it right now so that way it doesn't do anything different. It's exactly the same. So
but
I would rather
have money staked in the protocol that they can't get out. And if they keep dragging this
you understood that you had to wait for the merge to unlock your staked ETH. It was something you signed up for. There was a disclaimer. You're like, I'm going to do this. It's not like they staked it 5 years ago. It only started in the beginning of 2020. And so, you know what? And even then, the pool was super small. So the staking hasn't really happened till recently. So everybody was already aware that this has been dragged out and delayed over the time. So you understood the risk of staking. And it's just, that's why you literally lock up your staking. You're literally locking up your Ethereum.
For 10 years.
Think about what? That's a risk. Everything has risks. All I'm saying, okay, all I'm saying here, man, is that Ethereum works. It has smart contracts. It's the number 2 largest cryptocurrency out there. Bitcoin never upgrades. Ethereum upgrades way more than Bitcoin does.
Well, it has to.
There you go. And what I'm saying is that it's more progressive, forward thinking, it's more adaptable than Bitcoin, and it's got number 2 market cap. It has $200 billion worth of money in it. And you know what? If you go from proof of work, which proof of work is perfectly fine. There's literally nothing that improves going to proof of stake. If anything, you're bringing on undue risk by compromising the network because people can buy nodes up and things like that. So you can make an argument that it's fundamentally degrades the network by going to proof of stake. So it's not like there is some grand upgrade here. If anything, it just keeps corporate investors happy by saying it's green. But you can make it,
which will drive adoption.
Easily make an argument that it's more secure with proof of work, because to accumulate enough graphics cards, nation states, as an example,
But Vitalik-
would have an extremely difficult time. And Vitalik, yes, he does say, oh, it would cost more money to compromise the network, but all it costs is money. And so you got to think about supply chain and logistics to take over a network via graphics cards. You cannot just go out and buy half the supply of graphics cards. They're in people's computers. They're in people's motherboards. They're around the world. They're dispersed. So you would have to go through a very long process of accumulating graphics cards. And even then, people would know. People would be at attention. And like, yo, China just bought, this amount of graphics cards. What are they up to? You know what I mean? The writing would be on the wall.
All right, real quick, Rocco, will you throw up Strictly Sports, the first super chat we got? I was asking about you, and someone said Steph Curry no more because he changed his avatar, and Robin wasn't saying Steph Curry after 700 times. So Strictly Sports is his name. He said, guess who's back again? Strictly Sports, tell a friend. What y'all thought you can get rid of me that easy? Hell nah. Sin City Crypto for life. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you coming back. We missed you, and thank you for the super chat. Also, Vegas Free Brawler dropped a $5 super chat. I don't think there was no comment to it, right? Just here's $5.
You just throwing money at us like strippers.
VFB, we appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. We appreciate all you guys' support. And then the poll. What's the poll saying?
Are we still talking about stripper money?
No.
Oh.
College. Jesus.
Oh, got it.
College, yes or no? Looks like 43% say it doesn't matter. So 21 votes.
We're
also
doing pretty good, man. We got 5 memberships. We got 2 super chats.
That's because we got a badass community. That's why. Big Chili Willy, you will not be able to unload or unstake your ETH until the Shanghai upgrade, which is supposed to be around 4 to 6 months after the mainnet. The mainnet merges with Beacon.
But here's the thing. Speaking realistically, you
will not be able to touch that money until probably Q2 of next year.
No, wait, here's the thing. Realistically, the ETH network is gonna upgrade. It's not really in a situation where everybody's doubting it. And so it's gonna upgrade. And so we can put all these ifs in 10 years. It's not gonna happen. You know what? The Beacon chain, which is the chain is gonna merge to, has been functional and working. There's been issues in test nets, but every test net usually has issues. This is the normal course. But here's the thing. If they got to go from September to October, so be it. Who cares?
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, Robin. But at some point, years from now, if it's still not happening, or months from now, someone's got a question like, all right,
if that's
do they
the
need
case,
more help?
If that's
What's
the case,
going on?
If that's the case, the free market, the investor will get tired and they will move on. And because if they don't upgrade and they don't scale and they don't move and they don't improve, people will step up and fill the shoes. And when that chain grows, when Cardano pops off or Solana pops off or whatever chain comes in and bumps them off because they're staying stagnant, they're not changing, then the free market will dictate, free market will punish them. And so that's it. You know what? If Ethereum had scaled, let's just say 4 years ago, when they originally planned this, and say they launched smart contracts 2 years even earlier than they did, they might be ahead of Bitcoin right now. Yeah. And so you could say the same thing about their roadmap now. And if they take 2 to 4 years, somebody's going to supplant them. Or maybe they would be ahead of Bitcoin. You get what I'm saying? There's lots of super chats, man. Y'all is crazy.
Big Chili Willy.
Super stickers. Big Chili Willy and Jason with a 10-piece, 5-piece, and 10-piece.
Damn. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Finally get that internet, baby.
Yeah. It is coming soon.
You know what? I have to check. Probably get a new emoji here soon. Now that we got those 5 members.
Yeah. What emoji are we going to do? Chat. You know what? Actually, Robin, how about this? How about we have we let the community discuss in the Discord.
You know what? I'll look it up. But yeah. Oh, yeah. In the Discord. That's a great idea.
Yeah. All right. Hop into our Discord. The link is in the description of this video. It is a community ran Discord. Robin, Rocco, and I
how about this? If you guys want to create a emoji, we'll pick one. The parameters is it has to be square and it has to be less than 400 pixels. So 400 by 400 square image. What is that?
Rocco, we throw that in the chat and pin it to the pin it.
400 pixel by 400 pixel squared. Yeah.
All right.
If we need to tweak it, I will, but yeah.
We love you too, Jason. Okay.
Jason's a cool dude, man.
They're all,
Met him a couple times.
Everyone's a cool dude. Okay, Rocco. Let's swap over to my laptop. Okay, so some more Ethereum news. ETH sees turnaround in sentiment among institutional investors. This is from Daily Hodl. And what I have here is a chart, a flow chart, week flows, month to date, year to date, and assets under management. This is for institutions. You can see Bitcoin. This is, by the way, in millions. So Bitcoin saw outflows of 15 million for the week, 44.7 million for the month. Ethereum, on the other hand, saw positive inflows for the week and for the month, but for the year, minus 300 million. Then you have Binance, and then short Bitcoin made it on the list. Solana, Litecoin, Tron. Cardano, kind of stagnant. Year to date, 13.5 million flowing in. And then XRP. And then net, okay, all of these combined, minus $8.7 million outflow for the week. Month to date, it's even worse. But year to date, $467 million flowed into these cryptocurrencies. So, Rob, what do you make of this, man?
So Bitcoin's down. People are... So the outflows is people removing from exchanges, right?
No, money flowing in.
Or money.
This is just money.
So cash...
Money flowing into the ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. So people are removing money from Bitcoin, adding money to Ethereum.
On the weekly.
And
on the monthly. But year to date, look at those year to date numbers. $275 million flowed into Bitcoin and 300 million left Ethereum.
Well, think about it. Year to date, that's January. So as you see, you had the liquidation of a lot of altcoins. You had a ton of money leaving the layer ones, all the meme coins, and people were just trying to protect their assets into Bitcoin. So as the market dropped, Bitcoin's usually the safe haven, and also so is Bitcoin and Ethereum, stablecoins.
Rob, look at year to date. Is there anything that surprises you?
Year to date,
113 million Solana, only 13.5 million Cardano.
A ton of corporate investors behind it, man.
Don't they have the most VC money backing them? I think
No, Ethereum does.
Ethereum, okay.
Yeah, Ethereum still does. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Solana
for VC money.
Yeah, or not VC money, but institutional investment.
Right.
I guess you can kind of put that in the same box, but Cardano up as well, but slightly. You know, I feel like a lot of amateur retail.
Look at Litecoin. Week flows, nothing. Month to date, nothing. But on the year, 2.8 million went until. When is Litecoin gonna die? Why the hell is it? What number is it, Robin? Top 30, right? Top 25. Why is it still in the top 25? Why? It does nothing.
Because people are comfortable with it. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, so has freaking Osama bin Laden was around for a long while. You trust him? No.
What?
I'm just saying, just because something's been around for a long time, it does
bin
nothing.
Laden is dead.
It does. I know. I'm saying he was around for a while. Did people trust him?
Terrible analogy.
Whatever, man. You get the point I'm trying to make. Just because
I don't get the point you're trying to make. That's why I got my eyebrow raised on your ass.
Just because something's been around for a while doesn't mean it should still have relevance.
Here's the thing. It's a functional chain. But you know what? They got Blockbusters in Mexico.
JCPenney's been around for a while.
They got JCPenney still at the mall.
But no one goes there.
I go there every once in a while. JCPenney, yeah.
You know, Charlie Lee.
You probably have a JCPenney credit card.
I do not have a JCPenney credit card, but you can find a lot of discounted like T-shirts. Kohl's right now is really good.
Yeah,
for prices. Also, Bed Bath & Beyond, everything's on sale.
Dude, their stock just plummeted.
Their business model was terrible. Their business model was to have like 5 different plastic spatulas, all at different prices that are all overpriced. It's like, bro, Like, why do I need 6 different kinds of pizza cutters?
You're gonna piss some women off.
I'm just saying, dude.
My wife, she's watching. She doesn't even imagine. What the hell is Robert talking about?
Like, do one pizza cutter, one spatula, one, you know what I mean? And then diversify the plates and things like that. Because it's like, they just keep overdoing everything.
Yeah. All right. Rocco, next article we're talking about. We're going to Canada. Ontario securities regulator warns against Kucoin in the latest alert. This is sourced from The Block. The Ontario Securities Commission, also known as the OSC, also known as the Oscillator, has issued another consumer alert calling out a swath of crypto firms, including Kucoin and its affiliates, for not being registered to deal in the Canadian province. It goes on. The Kucoin case came as part of a wider crypto crackdown following a decision from regulators to treat custodial exchanges as securities exchanges, regardless of whether the assets traded were securities. So they're essentially throwing a blanket, everything's a security. We don't care. So essentially, you can throw gold in there. You can offer gold, right? Even though it's a commodity. I don't know, man. Is this the right thing to do? Should you just blanket say, all right, securities exchange, list whatever you want, but you have to apply it for a securities license? Robin?
They need some framework at the base level. Here in the US is the same issue. Basically you're taking the blueprint or the format for stocks and then you're applying it to crypto. And you know what? When you have initially a baby crypto, not baby Doge, maybe baby, but when you have a new crypto, the utility is not there. The decentralization is not there. So it's easy to make a comparison to stocks because they do share a lot of the attributes. However, the softwares are upgradable and they're ever changing and they evolve. And in doing so, they become more community driven. They have utility and use cases and they change real world problems. You can actively use those to make your life better. You can use it to bank yourself. You can use it to identify yourself. And so in areas where you lack identification, there is a strong push in digital IDs, are also known as DIDs. There is payment infrastructure rails like XRP and Stellar Lumens. You have data software like Chainlink and Oracles. You have the graph, which is more data, but not in the smart contract world, but more just in the blockchain world. And so you have this ever-growing ecosystem of different utilities that are so unique and evolving that have nothing to do with stocks. They literally have nothing to do with securities. They are literally a product that people can use to better themselves. And yet we always circle back to the, we already have a system in place for securities. So why not? It's not the same. That's it. Ontario, they already halted, they put a limit on your altcoins that you can buy and sell to $30,000 a year, $30,000 a
Canadian
year.
dollars too, not US
And
dollars.
so you have a limit on how much stablecoin you can purchase. For what? To protect the investor? Like we're not smart enough or capable enough to have our own financial means?
That's the problem, man, is we are so conditioned to think that we need help with every decision we like. Guys, we at some point we have to take accountability for our own actions. We have to take accountability for our own research, what we learn, what we do, where we put our money, where we don't. Like, just yeah.
So I don't know.
It's just frustrating. And then you get these people that applaud stuff like this where, yeah, investor protection. Yeah, they're protecting us. No, they're not. They're not protecting you. They're protecting themselves.
Because
they're protecting their corporate buddies.
You know who's allowed to buy and sell is accredited investors.
Yes, guys, exactly.
And it's their friends, their buddies.
When they say accredited investors, they're putting the middle finger up to you. That's what they're doing. So don't think, oh, they're for accredited. No, you will never be an accredited investor. I can say that with 95% certainty. I don't know. Will I ever be an accredited investor where I have hundreds of millions of dollars to put into? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just saying, man. Like, anyways, you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on. Our friend Brian Armstrong was in the news. Go ahead and pull up my laptop, Rocco. Coinbase CEO, Mr. Armstrong, touts subscriptions to curb reliance on trading fees. There's a source from Blockworks. Coinbase is hoping to weather the storm by undergoing cost-cutting measures and shifting the way it generates revenue, said the CEO, which currently hinges on fees taken from trading activity when times are good. Also, the spreads. Don't forget about the spreads, you guys. There's always a spread. They always make money there as well. He goes on to say, quote, "One thing we're doing is shifting more of our revenue over time away from trading fees to what we call subscription and services." Now, they already have one subscription that's live. It's called Coinbase One, which is actually really good if you are an active trader. If you use their advanced trading, you essentially pay $30 a month. You get up to $1 million in coverage. Not sure exactly what that covers. I haven't done research, so I'm not going to speak on it. But then again, if you're trading in and out of thousands of dollars, that $30, you'll make that back in one trade. So I'm not saying you should use Coinbase to trade. I'm just saying the people that do the $30 a month subscription is worth it, although they wouldn't make more money if they didn't offer the subscription. Is he onto some, Robin? Is this the way to go? Subscription base, add other perks in there, like the insurance, like more customer service. What are your thoughts?
I don't want those. Just give me cheaper fees, which, I mean, if this guest gives me cheaper fees, then that's all I'm concerned about. I don't care about subscriptions. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, you could take away the trading fees of subscriptions, but you're taxing the people on the back end with not so accurate limit buys and sells. Because I know that if you use...
Definitely not so accurate.
Yeah, you go to... I just know that if you go to Coinbase and you try to use their base protocol and you set a buy, you buy whatever it is, say it's Cardano. You go to buy Cardano, say it's at that time it's at $1. And you buy $100 worth, and all of a sudden you get kicked back $96 in Cardano. And I'm not talking about the fees. You get 96 Cardano, and then you pay $5 in fees or whatever it is. And then I'm just like, mathematically it doesn't make sense because I know the price here, and then you look at the price, also the price listed on the website. So I'm like over here, I'm looking at Cardano. It says it's $1. And then I look on CoinMarketCap, and it's there, and lo and behold, it's 98 cents. And a lot of times it'll say 98 cents when you go to buy it, and then you go to buy the order, and you're looking at the receipt. It's not 98 cents; it's like 99.7. And so, like at some point from their website, where it literally listed at 98 cents, you go to buy it, and it's at 99.7. And I'm just like, that's not accurate. And so I think with subscriptions,
I like
they're it's an illusion.
Why is it
it's
an illusion?
Of saving money. I think what they do is they're trying to get you to use a platform that doesn't have.
What about Amazon Prime membership, Robin? You have a Prime membership, right? Why don't you just pay for shipping every time?
I'm not saying subscriptions are bad. I'm just saying that when you're buying cryptocurrency, I prefer myself to go in on a limit order and buy at whatever exchange I prefer at the lowest price, and I can set my price with a limit order. I find it difficult to do that with Coinbase. I do use Coinbase Pro. I do buy there, and I do use limit orders. But can you use Coinbase Pro with the subscription service? Does it alleviate the fees?
Well, it's no longer Pro. It's the advanced trading, and it encompasses the entire trading platform. That's what I'm trying to say.
I have hesitancy. Okay, because in my early days of using Coinbase, I was feed and just tricked into paying more than I should have for a crypto. And at base value, the less variables that are clouding my space, I just see limit order. I want to buy Cardano at 92 cents. I set my limit order. That's it. And I pay my one-time 1% fee. So be it.
Yeah, but if you're an active trader, that's what I'm saying. If it fits you,
I'm not saying it's not for. I'm not saying that it's a terrible idea. I just say it's not for me.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Not for me.
And if anything, right? If you're paying $30 a month and you haven't traded crypto in 3 weeks, and you see that $30 come out of your account, like, damn, I'm still paying for that. Let me go on my Coinbase account, and you go on there, and then bam. So it's smart. I think Brian Armstrong, he's a smart dude. All right, he's been through many bear markets, and I think I enjoyed using the Coinbase before all this exchanges going bye-bye and people being insolvent. I had the Coinbase One membership. It was $30 a month. And I probably say I used it for about 2.5-3 months. So 90, let's call it $100. I probably saved around $700-800 in trading fees by having that account. So now, as far as the spread on the prices, not sure, but yeah, I think that's a great idea, especially if you're an active trader. So, all right, let's move on. We're moving on to. You guys remember? You remember her, guys? Heather Morgan from the Bitfinex money laundering scandal broke her 6-month social media silence. This is sourced from The Block. She was accused of laundering billions of dollars that were stolen from the crypto exchange Bitfinex. She broke her 6-month silence on Twitter to announce that she is not indeed involved in any crypto projects. Well, I would sure the hell hope so. And the two, her and her husband, were released on a collective bail of $8 million. So you launder $4 billion and it just cost you $8 million to get out. Not a bad deal, huh? And then there's a quote from her. I am not involved in any crypto project, she wrote on Twitter. Any crypto or NFT project bearing my name or likeness is a scam that I do not endorse. Kind of ironic, isn't it, Robin? First of all, who the hell is going to see your face and say, oh, I want to invest in that one? Oh, go ahead, Robin. What do you...
Well,
did you listen to her new rap song?
Well, supposedly, here's the thing. If you just straight look at the facts, she's being accused of money laundering and nothing to do with blockchain. And so the charges that she's facing is straight money laundering. Now, you can make an argument that somebody sent her crypto and was like, hey, can you launder this for us? And that was literally all of her involvement. However, she was actively involved as a security. She has a security background when it comes to blockchain security. And so she worked with developers, and I forget where she worked at, but she worked for cryptocurrency companies as a security expert. And in just too many coincidences, put it that way. If you are the person if you're a security guard at a bank and all of a sudden they find millions of dollars in your bank account and you can't account for where it came from, just saying, the likelihood is that you made off at some point. And so they might not have the evidence to, accuse her of, said hack. Maybe, obviously she's an expert in that field. So she probably did it in a way that was untraceable, whether or not it was, I don't know, but
so from
transactions are traceable, but sometimes you can keep your own personal identity off of transactions. So you can follow wallets around all day, but you have to make a connection between the person and the wallet. And so if you are tech savvy and you understand the ins and outs of KYC, you can get around that. And so if you go in with a big master plan, you can circumvent all of that. But what you can't circumvent is a crap ton of money in your bank account that you can't account for, and obvious trends of money laundering.
Let me ask you this question. So the federal government seized all that Bitcoin. From my understanding, they still have it. What do you think they're going to do with it, Robin? You think they're going to hodl that son of a gun or what? What would you do if you were the federal government? You're the Department of Justice.
Now, what they've done in the past, and what I think makes the most sense, is that in the past you've seen rewards go out to information and informants when it comes to the criminal justice. And so a lot of this rewards are fueled from seizures. So if you take blockchain out of the equation, let's just say you seize millions or billions of dollars from a drug ring, and so instead of like taking that money and spending it, they just hold it, and then when you get those like little tip hotlines and things of that nature, they just pay out from there, or they use it as a reward or a bounty and things like that. And so when you see the government saying, "Hey, we are offering you $500,000 for information," usually that is sourced from seized money. And so why not do the same philosophy? And maybe they are. Why not do the same thing when it comes to bounties for cryptocurrency thefts? Because there is no shortage of those. There's no shortage of bridge hacks or just blockchain.
That's a good idea, Rob. But you know why I don't think they're going to do that? Hear me out on this, all right? A little out there. Hear me out. David's intuition. I bet you the government's going to hold on to all that Bitcoin. Hold on. Dump it on the market to drive the price down to allow BlackRock to get in at the price they want to get in.
You're kidding.
Okay, I'm partly kidding, but would you be surprised if they did that?
Here's the thing: they have a protocol. It's not like it's not like they seize weed in some the Coast Guard all of a sudden seizes some weed because some cartel is trying to ship it in on a boat illegally. It's not like the government takes it and goes and sells it to the dispensary here in Vegas.
How do you know that?
I'm just saying they don't.
How do you know?
They don't seize guns.
Source.
They don't seize guns
Robin?
and resell them. They don't steal drugs and.
How do you know?
And so
how do you know?
I'm just okay. You can put the tinfoil hat on and be like, okay, yeah, but realistically, that's not the procedure for seized assets. Same thing with money. Most of the time, they're destroyed. If there is value, it is sold off and donated a lot of the times. A lot of times with like seized vehicles. So if you like have a drug dealer and he has like a car or whatever, anyways, those seized vehicles get auctioned. Then the proceeds are usually go to like for the cars, for example, they'll go to those like charities that work with the police department or
Robin, it makes sense. If you look at what BlackRock was asked to do by the U.S. government in 2008,
okay,
they were asked to step in.
Then why not take all the guns they seize and start a militia and go out and go hunt the Taliban? And like you're on all these crazy what ifs, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay,
we're
in the 70s and 80s when cops would seize drugs and guns, they would resell them. You know that. Okay, there's proof that that's happened. You're saying it can't happen on a larger scale?
Okay, David.
I mean, the CIA, for God's sakes,
are possible.
Puts weapons in the hands of terrorists.
Yes. Dump the price of Bitcoin because BlackRock will not buy Bitcoin.
Look at that. Like Cox, look at what Cox said.
BlackRock will not buy Bitcoin unless the price. They are one of the strongest companies in the world. Yeah, they have one of the most assets under management.
But there's a reason they got there.
If they want to buy Bitcoin, they can just go buy Bitcoin.
Robin, there's a reason they got to where they are, and it's not buying the top. It's waiting for a freaking climactic bottom. That's even possible, or even a phrase. I'm just saying, dude. Look, I know it's very out there, and I don't even know if I 100% believe in it, but it's an idea that crept across my mind. Would I be surprised? No. Would you be surprised? Probably not. If news broke, you'd be like, yeah, I mean, that's messed up. I don't think so, but yeah.
So you're saying I wouldn't be surprised. You're literally saying I wouldn't be surprised if the federal government seized Bitcoin, illegally sold it on a market with the order books, because I'm telling you, there's all kinds of issues with that. They literally went and put it on order books to crash a cryptocurrency market, and then for what? So that way BlackRock could maybe try to time it right and get in before
they would know
retail.
when the timing is right.
Because, come on, dude. Let's not turn this into some weird Fox TV show that's like weird.
You said you want
conspiracy.
You wanted to be like CNN,
I want to be professional and not have some cuckoo theories here, bro.
It's not cuckoo.
At least if you're gonna come up with a weird, at least have some like facts and back it up with something.
I just did.
You literally gave me no facts.
It's happened.
You literally were sitting here 15 minutes ago and was like, I got an idea. Guess what? What if they
The facts are in my head. I don't have to research them.
No.
Because I've already researched it before.
You're doing our people a disjustice.
No, you're doing the people a disservice.
Sundown Pyro. Hola! Welcome to City Crypto.
Do either of you use DeFi? I haven't used DeFi in a while. I'm kind of just there's a few coins projects I'm looking to get into, and I'm just doing what I do using fiat on ramps. All right, let's move on, Rocco. So, Robin, there's been a lot of hacks, okay? And so there's black hat hackers, white hat hackers. Black hat hackers are the bad ones, steal money for bad. White hat hackers are the good kind, the ones that find flaws in code and they report that, they get a reward. How much would it take, Robin? Let's say you were behind the Nomad Bridge, okay? And you got a $200 million. What would it take, money-wise, for you to return that money when you know you can just cash out using the privacy coins and just disappear? How much money would it cost to buy your loyalty, to send the money back?
I don't need anything. I am a man of ethics.
Okay, but if you were,
if my ethics were different, then I would have a different answer.
Okay, so if your ethics were different and you are the one who stole the money,
I can't.
Just play a game here, man. Just play along. If you were the hacker and you stole 200 million, what's a number? Okay, maybe not you, maybe someone. What would be the number that someone would sit there and be like, all right, maybe I should return
I don't know. Everybody has their own needs.
Okay, Robin doesn't know. Chat, what's your number? What's your number? For
like,
me,
I don't know what kind of bills. Is it an institution? Is it a country? Is it a nation state? Is it North Korea? Is it, how much money did we take? How much money did I spend? Do I have a staff? Like,
you
am
are
I
way
in debt? And, like, do I
this.
have computers? But you want me to give you an intelligent answer.
just throw a number out there.
I don't have a number. Me personally, I don't advocate for stealing. Like, that's it. Like, if you steal money, I don't care. You don't need, just give it back, bro. You don't need to be incentivized to do the right thing. And so
if you
these
were doing the right thing, you wouldn't have stolen it in the first place.
If you were a murderer, how many
20
people?
million.
If you had an assault rifle and you were a murderer, how many people would you kill? Like that's not me. I'm not that person. I don't have that personality. I don't even want to think about it. I don't steal, so I don't know how much money I would give back if I had no morals and I did steal. Like, it's you're giving these weird ass scenarios today. Like, you're living in la la land, bro. And it's simple, man.
Yeah, it's simple. Throw a freaking number out there. There you go. $20 million. If you stole 200 million.
How many toes would it take? How many toes could you cut off before you couldn't walk straight? That's what I'm saying. It makes no damn sense, bro. It makes no sense. Like, you're making little sense. Like, you're talking about somebody's character. I don't steal, bro. And if I ever stole, I would give it back when no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not a thief. And so I can't think like a thief. And you know what? If I did steal, I'm just telling you, that's what I would do. I'd give it back, bro. That's it.
All right. Thanks for playing along.
How many toes do you need? Wow.
Huh?
What about if you skateboard? You don't need any toes.
I'm telling you, man, you cut off enough toes, you ain't walking, bro. At some point, maybe it's 3 toes, maybe it's 5 toes. I don't know.
Right.
2 toes on each foot.
All right, Rocco.
At some point, you're just gonna rock right back and forth, and you're not gonna be able to.
Rocco, go to my laptop. All right, so the white hat hacker said, I returned most of the stolen Nomad funds, and all I got was this silly NFT. We'll show you the NFT. Now, these NFTs can be minted by those that return at least 90% of their stolen funds to Nomad. Metagame founder Brenner Spear, these are the people that came up with it, noted that while he has no idea if it'll nudge anyone to return funds that wouldn't have otherwise. And drum roll, please. Do we have drum roll?
No.
No drum roll. All right, we'll do our own drum roll. Drum roll. Here is the NFT that you can get if you return money.
Okay.
That's it.
A white hat, huh?
A white hat NFT. Literally. Exactly. Crickets. Literally something that my 5-year-old could draw.
Now, here's the thing.
And my 7-year-old could code.
If they meant these only for this exact reason, you might have an extremely rare collectible.
Stop it. Stop it.
Think about it.
Get the
Say 5 people return. 5 people return millions of dollars. So essentially, you're paying millions of dollars for this NFT. That's essentially what it is.
But who else is gonna? It only has value based off what someone else is willing to pay for it. Who the hell is gonna want this?
What I'm telling you is that somebody's willing to pay millions of dollars
$5 million
for this.
For a hat that does nothing, has no utility. It's like, hey, you saved,
as opposed to other NFTs.
My daughter's life. I want to reward you, man. I want to reward you for saving her life. You went out anywhere. Here's a cookie.
Man, I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me if the scarcity of this asset and the amount of money that you have to put out.
It's not an asset, Robin. It's
an NFT. NFT is an asset.
Stop it. Stop it. I got you riled up. You trying to return the favor?
Look, man.
No. You are not, dude. Do not.
If you give, give somebody an NFT that you literally have to give up millions of dollars, you have to literally
give him a Bored Ape. Why don't you give him a Bored Ape?
I'm just saying. I'm not behind the development
you've worked
here.
for Caesar's Palace for 10 years, guys. Here's a little 10-year pin for you. No one's gonna wear it. Who cares? Who cares? One time I was working at a restaurant. Okay, this guy was choking to death, and one of the servers knew the Heimlich, so he saved the guy's life. The guy goes, I truly appreciate it. Just, I want to show you my love of appreciation. Hands him $2. And the guy gives it back. He goes, here, no, thank you. Like, I returned 190 million. Either don't give me anything.
Maybe $2 was a lot for that gentleman.
Bro,
Maybe
they were eating at a restaurant where each plate is $150.
Okay, look. It's not about what one individual, considers a worthwhile reward. Okay? And all I'm saying is that the potential for this to be worth a lot of money is there because one, you have scarcity, and the only way you can get this asset is by literally giving up millions of dollars. So to think that this could be worth millions of dollars is not that far-fetched.
Yeah,
because you literally got to give up millions. Like
it's more far-fetched than the BlackRock.
If you want one of these, all of a sudden you're like, hey, I want a white hack. What do you have to do to get it?
What the fuck would anyone want a white hack?
But what I'm saying is that if you desired that item, whether or not you personally want it, maybe I want it. What I'm saying is if you desired that item, you would literally have to give up millions of dollars after successfully hacking a blockchain that is probably so foolproof that you have to spend years just trying to attack it. And then finally you succeed. And if you were given that NFT, think about it. It's a trophy, bro. It's the same thing as like a Super Bowl ring.
Trophy.
So people will you'll buy a Super Bowl ring, right?
Participation trophy.
Hey, you'll buy a Super Bowl ring, right? Or there's a market for it, right?
My brain's not working.
Okay. The jewels in a Super Bowl ring might be worth $20,000, might be worth $5,000, whatever it is. And those things resell for millions of dollars. They resell for an exorbitant amount because of the difficulty it is to get it and what it meant to receive that item. And so because the Super Bowl ring is held on a pedestal because you're like, this is an achievement from this individual. And there's a finite supply of them. There's not like a 10,000 Super Bowl rings. There's like 30 or 40, however many players there is, or, plus the staff, whatever it is, however many rings there are, there's a finite supply. And here you have a finite supply of an NFT that is astronomically difficult to get, and on top of that, literally costs you millions of dollars. And so the thought of it could retain value to you is absurd. It makes no sense to me. And if anything, and just because you don't like the artwork, you can say the same thing about anybody.
It's a fucking hat. It's a white hat. That's literally, you can't.
Have you looked at Pudgy Penguins? Have you looked at, all of these NFTs out there? There's so many trash NFTs out there as far as the art is concerned. Like, you cannot, art is subjective, okay? And you can't just sit here and put this in some basket and be like, well, I don't like the picture because it's just a hat, so it can't be worth anything. Like, that is ignorant, bro.
Here, buy this one hat for nothing.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right, yeah, move on.
Because, David Brain is exploding.
Yeah,
I just don't understand. I don't understand why you find it hard to believe that an asset that takes millions of dollars to receive could hold value. That's all I'm saying. You don't think it's possible.
No.
Like you think it's impossible that an NFT gifted to somebody for returning millions of dollars could be worth something?
No.
Wow.
Okay. With that being said, we're done with the show. Unless there's something you want to talk about or go over. Just not this white hat can be worth something thing, please. Daniel said, David is like me at home with my wife. When him and his wife argue, he's just like,
yeah, if you watch
feels
the
like
member
sometimes.
video only.
Rocco, what do you what is the Don thing? Don, You think Robin's right, or do you think? What do you think? You're probably going to pick Robin. Go ahead.
No, for some people they lose money. So an NFT, I don't think this is a way to get back to where they were. So
I'm not saying that it's a great business model. All I'm saying is that the NFT itself, we could be looking forward in 2 years and being like, damn, that's worth a lot of money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is you pay millions to get it. And all I'm saying is that I don't understand why it's so hard to believe.
I will shave my head. I will shave my head if at any point that thing is
okay.
worth.
So if any point an asset that you got to pay millions of dollars to get, you'll shave your head if an asset you literally have to give up millions of dollars.
If this hat ever gets resold for more than say $5 million, I will shave my head.
Y'all heard it here.
Y'all heard it here.
Yeah. So the funny thing is guys are literally giving up hundreds of millions of dollars to get.
Well, now
this
they're
NFT.
not going to anymore because they know just going to get a hat NFT. Doesn't even come with a real hat.
Well, if there's
at least give them the real wizard one in person, like Nike's doing, or like Dolce and Gabbana did. At least do, or Tiffany's. At least do that. Oh yeah. Hey, look. Hey guys, look. I'm a white hat hacker. I actually have a wizard hat. Leave a wizard. Let's take a quick peek at what the markets are doing before we sign off here. Rocco, if you want to pull up my laptop. So we have Bitcoin still holding steady at 21.7, ETH at 1671. Guys, I said this in the Discord yesterday. What I'm going to be looking at leading up to Friday's Jackson Hole live stream from Fed Chair Powell is this euro dollar. This is the most liquid, the most forward looking, and dare I say it, probably the most accurate, I'd say with about 96-97% accuracy of what it predicts the markets will do. I'm not going to go through the whole, hey, you did this and this was what the market did. But if we see this euro dollar go up to this 97.50 range, expect dovishness coming out of the Fed. If we see it drop down again, I would expect the markets to freak out on Friday. And I would expect prices to continue to go down and the Fed to raise interest rates. So I will personally keep an eye on this. We might see a move after Friday. We might see a move before Friday. It will remain to be seen, but I will keep an eye on it for you guys. And again, make sure you're in the Discord because we do chat in there. We're chatting about this yesterday for about 15 minutes. So that's all we got. Rob, you got anything else you want to add? Mm-hmm.
No, quick shout out to our new members here. We got a few new members. Let's throw a member love button here, graphic thing. There we go. So we got some new members here. Thanks to Marky Mark. I know Crawler was one of them. I don't know who else received them, but welcome to the
Jimmy
community.
Weibel, I believe, I think. I don't want to say anything wrong.
Also, we got Control Alt Decrypt.
Cool name.
Been here before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome back. And then also we've seen who else? Just want to throw some love out here to the community.
They ask me, where is the Discord link? Where?
Oh, Mark keeps posting it. Mark is posting it in the chat. Also, it's in the description of the video. It's a link by itself. You can also go to our link tree. That link is in there. Check out all the socials.
Also, Jimmy says, okay, I'm making a white hat NFT tracker. And then Tox follows up with a hacker will buy it with stolen funds. So
the funds have to be clean.
You should buy the razor for that.
Stipulation: the funds cannot be stolen. Has to be over $5 million. United States dollars.
Funds cannot be stolen.
There have to be KYC funds.
KYC funds.
Yeah,
Does that even exist?
Taxes have to be paid on them. I really don't want to shave my head.
Well.
Guys, make sure you check out our merch store. Big shout out to Rocco for running the front and back end of that. He continues to add more cool Sin City merch on there. And also outside of Sin City, if you just want crypto shirts, crypto merchandise, go on there. I know he just added a sports bra and leggings. I know, obviously, if you have a significant other, that is a girlfriend or wife, huge hit. So my wife loved it. Quality's great. Also, the backpack on there was dope too. I'm gonna give Rocco gave me the bubble backpack, and so my kids been going to school with that lately.
Oh,
so
cool. Yeah.
Still waiting for hey Dad, the teacher said, what the hell are these on my backpack?
What is those bubble?
Yeah. Also tomorrow, Forrest will be joining us for his usual Friday segment, but we're moving it to tomorrow. He does have a wedding to go to, so we're working our schedule around that. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Also, There's a lot of people coming in town for this NFT convention. We're looking to bring a few of them on during the live show. So make sure you have your notifications ping. We might randomly get someone pop in here and say, turn the cameras on, let's film something. Do not want to miss that. Also, our afternoon video will be coming out in about 4 hours. And that's all I got. Robin, anything else before?
That's it, baby.
Rocco, roll the outro, baby. Friends, family, friends and family, family and friends. On behalf of myself, Robin and Rocco, thank you guys so much for spending your Wednesday with us. We love you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we will see you at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. Boom.
Guys, they're still disgusting. Even though we turn off the show, they're still talking about that little white house. Still talking about it. Goodbye, guys.
It's like